Trump's big new interview wound up showing him admitting a point that his DOJ also tried to deny for legal reasons. Trump admitting he's refusing to pick up the phone and facilitate a detainee's return. And so he's not really following a Supreme Court order by his own admission. So we're going to get into both of these stories for you tonight. I want to begin with the sort of double-barreled problem the administration's facing as markets have slowing growth and mounting uncertainty.
The White House received its first GDP report card. The economy shrank 0.3% in the first quarter of 2025.
The U.S. economy shrinking for the first time in 3 years.
The headline was that GDP in the first quarter contracted. First time we've seen a negative number since 2022.
The sharp reversal from the 2.4% growth we saw in the fourth quarter.
The economy is contracting. There's no doubt about it.
Tariff turmoil sending GDP into the red. Stocks selling off a bit as the president's trade war now leading to big questions about where this economy is heading.
And the problems that Trump started in the markets are not just staying there. That news about a shrinking economy means a higher recession risk. Now, let's be clear and fair.
Big orders coming
Many factors, of course, can shape economic growth or retreat when you're talking about the entire U.S. economy or, as so much has been discussed lately, the entire global interaction.
Is this the same thing that caused the yen carry trade?
Those new numbers on the contracting overall gross domestic product.
Is it going to be as big of a decision this time? I don't think so.
Well, largely the answer is
correctly,
yes.
Don't quote me on this.
Driver of the first quarter contraction was Trump's trade war. That's from the Wall Street Journal, a kind of journalistic Bible for the financial class.
I think they raised rates in July for the first time
in
like
13
years.
Nuanced. Markets and growth often reflect plans for the future, expectations, right? Businesses will make moves.
But yeah,
in this case, they have been bracing for the much advertised tariffs to take effect.
Okay.
So those new numbers were recorded before the Trump tariffs officially hit. Now the U.S. economy is at risk of repeating pandemic-era scenes, empty shelves,
in July,
shortages of popular goods.
Right? Because
that's from Axios.
I'm pretty sure they raised,
and it's what big box CEOs have warned about in a private meeting with President Trump. And it's not immediately reversible because the tariffs can bring what they call long disruptions in these supply chains. And then there are the toys. China makes many products that Americans buy. We know about prices going up, but some products like toys could become so hard to find at all that
there's that order sitting at 49,
stretching all the way to Christmas.
Someone's going to get that filled.
Retailers eyeing toy shortages, freezing holiday orders, predicting those shortages and higher prices. And that's the kind of setback that people will notice. Trump is already trying to get ahead of that potential holiday storyline, a kind of a Grinch problem. He suggests children maybe just can get by on fewer dolls.
Go to 20,000, straight to 20,000.
Somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have 2 dolls instead of 30 dolls, and maybe the 2 dolls will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
Okay, that's one response, but toys are just an indicator, something that everyone, even children, know about. But before these 100 days began of the second Trump term, he was arguing that the incumbent president should get credit or accountability for how the stock market does. He is now failing his own standard with the trillions wiped out. America's largest companies down about 8%. Facing that fall, Trump is ditching the former approach. And while the fall clearly came after he came into office, I showed you the chart for inauguration.
I understand why you call this slow markets now,
tariffs,
this is definitely
Trump now selling the claim that the fundamentals were some kind of mess that he inherited.
Game up, right?
Right.
Chilling,
yeah, we're here because we're watching
Since the election, the stock market is calling it I don't want to say this, it's too braggadocious, but we'll say it anyway, the Trump effect.
Now, the stock market's not doing so well, and you're saying that's the Biden stock market, yet you are the president. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I'm not taking credit or discredit for the stock market.
Anybody want to know what that is?
I'm
I am risking
saying that we inherited a mess. When you look at the stock market in this case, it says how bad a situation we inherited.
That's the president's argument. He has every right to make it, but the markets aren't exactly buying it. Trump held this
order filled
with MAGA merch and hats on the table.
$3,900
You can see him there.
Single trade.
Fellow internet marketer Elon Musk certainly knows a photo op. When the boss wants one, you can see him there donning 2 hats, one on top of the other with Gulf of America while aides competed.
Edgar, yeah. Tomorrow I'm not going to trade in the morning.
This is the
I'll
100th
get some
day
sleep,
of
but yeah, I'm not going to trade.
the most consequential, historic first 100 days in the history of this country.
I think this could be the greatest administration since the founding of the country.
Mr. President, I want to thank you for your vision, for your leadership, for giving me the 100 busiest days of my life, and most exciting.
Fast markets time.
Exciting. The cabinet
I get to my charts
quote, exciting
8:30,
times.
an hour before
That's
the
the
market's
president's
open,
sort of
8:30
chosen
Eastern.
message, obviously pretty coordinated.
Usually a little bit earlier, maybe 8 a.m.
today.
Eastern.
But off
and then
stage, there's
trade
more
until about
scrutiny
11.
on Trump's blatant conflicts,
doing
abusing
that for how
shadowy
long?
virtual currency networks,
Well, a
the
little
Trump
while
White
now.
House
I mean,
eviscerating the
I-
boundary between
also
private
working as well,
enterprise and policy
so,
without precedent
you know,
in history.
kinda
The New
working
York
from
Times
home.
reports Trump pocketing more
Charts
and
here
more
as
money
well,
from
but
these
doing it for a little
crypto
while now.
influencers and would-be donors. Hard to trace that money. Some of it's from overseas, it would appear. And
Danielle
that
says this is so
investigative
fun.
reporting puts pressure on the
Danielle, you're
Trump
still
White
here.
House, just as reports about
Danielle's
Musk's
chilling-
conflicts
chilling
have,
with us.
over time,
We are
impacted the administration and Musk's
slow markets.
businesses, even
Traders
how
here
long
are
he
now
will be
finding
staying in
out
Washington. I
why
actually
I
have
named
more on
this
that later
session
this hour.
Slow markets.
The independent reporting also
Everyone's
can
been
bring up
kind of
the kind of
spoiled
questions
with all
that the
this volatility
president and
the
his
past
PR
month or so.
tactics
It's
want
been
to
fast
avoid,
markets 2.0.
and that he's struggling to answer. So here is the
Working on
incriminating
stuff for
response I
everybody.
just mentioned a moment ago. We're going to hear it for yourself. In the ABC interview, where
Do I
Trump
add
says he
here,
could
Jay?
follow a court order but will not.
This is I'm
You could give
bearish
him
the
back.
Lakers
There's
right
a
now.
phone on this desk.
I could.
You could pick
Hey,
it
LeBron
up
just
with
scored
all
the
the
layup.
power of the presidency. You could call up the president of El Salvador and say, send him back right now. But the court has
he's
ordered
not.
you to facilitate that his
I'm not
release.
the one making this decision. We have
You're
lawyers
the
that don't
president.
want to do this.
But the
Terry.
buck stops in this office.
No. I follow the law.
Michael Jordan's ever scored at that age.
This could be a useful exchange for potential accountability.
right?
The president there, Trump, admitting that he's not following the order. Then, in the exchange, as you heard, he kind of remembers that the court
Should have
reference
added
that
in the 50s.
the entire Trump
Not a bad
DOJ
idea.
strategy
Lots
has
of-
been to
lots
pretend
of
this is somehow
areas we should
muddled.
have
You might
done
recall when they
different things.
had a bilateral meeting and had the other head of state say, what would we do? How would this
At
even
what age
work?
did Kobe
That it would be somehow
retire?
hard to do.
I
And then he
remember that.
says
His last game was
he
here
claims
in
to
Utah.
follow the law, which is a reminder
38
that
maybe?
things still matter because he understands that it would antagonize the judges he needs and hopes to win over part of the time, and much of the country to admit the opposite, that they're not following the law. So you have sort of two sides of that
Googling this.
answer there.
I think it's
The
38.
Supreme Court ultimately will have to decide whether to address that, the
37.
president admitting, I could do it, I'm not gonna,
remember, he
or
dropped
whether they'll
60
look
on
away
the
and look away
Utah
from
Jazz.
this disturbing case,
Yep.
where we all
he did
know the wrong
whole
person
Mamba
is
out.
stuck in a foreign prison because the Trump administration admits they erroneously sent him there.
The market getting back down
And
into
honest
those 30s,
Americans,
Jay.
including many
Where did those
self-identified
big contracts
conservatives,
come
by
and
the
get
way,
filled? Right here.
look at all this and
9:38.
Right here,
oppose Trump's attacks
38
on due process.
and the other one with 32s. Coming back down to it.
Yep. This is why if this market continues to sell off, it's just another reason. It's just like imagine of the different things I could have done to screw this trade up. Close it out, added more, got back in, close it out, reversed, did this, did that. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. Yeah, just letting this play out.
Yeah, really nothing to do here. Trade is still valid. Where's your average? 20?
920.
Flyer Jim, you have a good one.
Fly Jim out. Take care. Do you know who's joining me tomorrow, Jay? I'm having
Baron, I heard.
Baron join me. Yeah,
Good stuff.
it's gonna be fun. Hopefully these markets are not as slow. And
Right.
I'm curious to see how he sees these markets. At this time of night. I want to see a fight here at the Lakers game.
Pistol Pete, have a good one.
Pistol Pete. That's a name I haven't heard from in a while.
TWS, genuine question. How much does level 2 data play into decision making for trades? For me, probably a little bit more than Dakota.
Yeah, me, it's so tiny. If only we would have added, right? That 300 contract still sitting there at 950 evens. So orders are getting filled prior to the Bank of Japan rate cut. Or rate decision, not rate cut. What? I don't know. I don't have any insider information.
Yeah, see now where these orders got filled is starting to act as a little bit of a support here.
At the 38.
Who knows what is going on? Yep.
Any movements in gold, Jay? On that?
No, we're just consolidating. Gold is probably moving a little bit better through this range, right? Maybe if you're a range trader, taking those opportunities in gold is a little bit better right now, but it's not directional.
Oh, is it crazy for me to want to add to this trade?
I thought the same thing.
I feel like it would be. I'm only risking $1,600, and if I add, it's gonna increase it by $400.
Get MP's log into the house account.
We'll make our own big orders, huh?
Oh, you want to play that game, huh?
No, we'll fill your orders.
The best loser wins says, "You guys still here? Wow." If you can see us still here, that means you're still here too, and we appreciate that.
Yeah. Respect. Respect. I add one here. My risk increased by $400, and my risk would be $2,000, and I think I'm okay with that, Jay. The fact that we didn't find that momentum, I kind of wanted to see what this 300 lot order would do, but we are just pushing away from it. So
Paul Trade says, bell to bell, Coach Roberts VIP, and slow bar. Could someone help me? I'm watching Top Step TV too much. Remember, you could always rewatch these. You don't have to be with us. We appreciate it, right? We appreciate you guys being here all the time. But take a break, right? I take as much as you guys think you see me on Top Step TV, when I'm not on here, I might have it playing in the background, but I go outside. I might have it while I'm walking my dog. If I'm driving around, I might just play it in the car instead of listening to the radio.
Yeah.
But
yep, same.
Balance.
I added, Jay. I added.
Order filled.
I'm now short 3. That added only $400 worth of risk, and I'm fine with that.
Nice.
Well, if I add again, it's only another 400. We keep doing that hypothetical, right? If you keep adding, it's every single time it's only a little bit more, just a little bit more, and then you blow your account. I could have added 3 to bring it to my normal size. I don't want to risk $5,000 on this trade.
No, not this one.
Yeah, not this trade. I'm not going to risk $5,000 on this trade. I'm okay risking 2, but not 5. Not anything too crazy. I was okay with risking 16. The fact that we didn't break through that right there, and that we're still holding right around that big contract, those big contracts that got filled at 938, and that big order at 950. Who knows? Maybe I'm still just completely wrong, everybody. I could be completely wrong, and this market just rally up, and I lose $2,000.
You have a target on this?
Yeah, same target. It's the same exact target, everybody. I haven't changed anything about this trade other than the size. Target 880s. Down, yeah, down to this level. The ad's looking pretty nice now. What if we get down below that order that just got filled, that 500 contracts? If we get down below that?
Yeah, we just want to see them come in with some momentum, right? There's really no momentum right here. It's just balance. They found an area where they're able to trade. Hey, here we go. Here we go.
Oh. Oi.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Happy I added that time. Oh, now I'm not happy.
We bounce back up.
Yeah, you always want you had more on when it's going in your favor. Ooh, that double top? We're now below where that contract filled. Is that 300 still up there, or we can't even see it now? Not really.
No, they're gone. No, they're still there. 950s. 950. They were at 949. They moved it up a point to 950s.
Oh man. Now where did? Here's the thing, Jay. If this trade does end up becoming a winner, where did the other 500 traders go watching for the first? Who has the patience? Who has patience enough to watch
enough of this?
Anybody? Who has the patience enough to trade through this? Who has the patience enough to watch it? But we never know. You never know. I mean, that's one heck of a move right there. $600 contracts got filled at 920.
Jeff Top Gun says, I had the same target. This is killing me. I'm out, up 700 for the night, 2K on my first XFA, locking out. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad night. 2K on your first XFA. This wasn't the easiest trade, right, to sit through. Let's be real. If you're an impatient person.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll get with that. Easy if you are like have Netflix going, you have somebody to hang out with, chat, and you've done this before.
Right.
Just let it play out. Sometimes traders end up self-sabotaging. I've been talking about that throughout this all night. We still have not broken below these 912s, 910s.
You know what's sitting there, Dakota?
What?
VWAP.
Fair enough. Do we add more?
ES trade is looking all right. What is this? 2 points in the profit right now.
Let's see. What's gold doing? Is gold bouncing?
Lakers catching up. Yeah, gold is on its lows.
Gold's at its lows.
Yeah. If you don't have no credit card, we give you a credit card. Remember that?
Everyone wanted to see me trade. And here's the funny thing is, we would have ended the stream. Let's see, 50 minutes ago, and you missed this. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes trades just do not happen to come to a conclusion while we're live on air. If we didn't extend this stream out for the chat, everybody in the chat, if we didn't extend this stream out, then you would never know. You would have had to wait until tomorrow, or you would maybe wait until I posted an update on Twitter. Twix, X, whatever.
I gotta wait to see what's up with this, because this is what happened. Before I put my money in Neki, Ficaram todos os new
Braun made a pretty nice layup.
bands open.
Man, contested layup too. He doesn't
Give you a
look 40.
credit card with $1,000. Even you got a back credit, they don't care. They give you the credit card. Okay. Y después se desaparecieron. ¿Se acuerdan? No, pero ¿se acuerdan? Entonces eso es lo que yo dejo
Can we
esperar.
get through these 910s? Can we go back to settlement?
Where's settlement in the Nasdaq?
I don't know.
Much lower.
Yeah, we're up
658.
1/3%.
I'm blurry again. It's all right, guys. We're still here. You can hear me.
It's that kind of night where you're so tired, the eyes are starting to get blurry.
Yeah, right. Am I blurry or are you tired?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about Tesla board searching for a CEO? That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I don't know if I'm surprised. I think it happens. Sometimes it's not a, hey, there's an issue thing. It's, we need somebody else to take the company in a direction.
Fair,
But
yeah.
Tesla's, one of the with it being Tesla and it being Elon, then that's going to be news, right? See what happens to the stock price.
911, 912s. Testing this support zone. Let's break through it. Come on. Where's that 300? Let's bring that 300 down here. Let's chase this market.
It's more now.
Is it?
Oh no, still 306.
Patience, everybody. The trade's not over till it's over. We learned that. Right? Hey, those big orders, they're happy right now.
How long you've been in this trade? An hour at least.
Man. Since we started, basically.
Right. Yeah, I think we kind of came on. We were in the green room talking about the orders getting filled, and then just got in.
Yeah. Those whoever was filling those big orders to the sell side are very happy right now. And how many times have we been in that same situation? Like, wow, maybe we just get with the big orders, right? Sometimes that does work, and more often than not, we look back and be like, man, you remember that? There was 1,000 contracts filled at that price. They probably made a few million.
Yep.
But yeah, can you hold through that big spike up to the 950s? We don't know what their risk appetite is, if they are looking for this market to sell off. Man, Lakers making a little bit of a comeback here. So is my P&L. Trying to get through those 9. Come on, 880s. Let's see it.
Richard Harris says, once you learn price action, you don't need silly stuff like VWAP. How do you explain us stopping right here at VWAP, Richard Harris? And I don't disagree with you.
Still testing these 9, 910, 912 area.
Any reason to move your stop loss on this? That's a good question for Mr. G.
For me, once we break down, then I would consider moving it. But now the fact that we bounced up and made that pivot, it's like, dang it. I want to see another pivot. And you've probably seen me talk about this quite often, is I want higher lows or lower highs. I want price action, market structure to move my stop loss. Come on, we got to get through these 910, come on, 909s. 09s.
Eunice wants to know, how do you hide your balance? Go into settings, privacy, and you can change the settings from there.
Thank you, Jay.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to the top of the hour.
Oh, wait. Who's enjoying this, everybody? Who has been here since the start of class? Be honest.
Hopefully you guys are doing other things too, like, walk around your house, maybe grab something to eat, get a snack.
Oh man, look at that. Chat's going off faster than the Dom. Faster than fast market chat.
Yeah, right?
Going through. Nice. Let's go. Love it. Watching the games, me too.
Muy buenas noches, bienvenidos a Signo Pesos, la economía al alcance de su pantalla. Estos son los temas claves de hoy. Soluciones para millones de personas. Si usted planea viajar al exterior o comprar, ahorrar y transferir divisas a personas en otros países, la fintech Litio desarrolló una forma de hacerlo rápidamente y sin complicaciones. Nos acompaña el cofundador de esta compañía para explicar cómo funciona. Superado el riesgo de apagón, el ministro de Minas y Energía, Omar Andrés, mi casa ya. La ministra Catalina Velasco explica cómo queda desde ahora ese trámite. Y comenzamos esta emisión de Signo Pesos hablando de una ayuda que existe ahora en nuestro país para comprar y ahorrar dólares, euros y otras monedas extranjeras y hacer múltiples operaciones con ellas, especialmente si usted planea viajar a otro país. Saludo al doctor Christian Nuxen, él es presidente y cofundador de la fintech Litio, que ahora ofrece una tarjeta débito vinculada a Mastercard. Doctor Christian, buenas noches, bienvenido a Signo Pesos. ¿Cómo le ha ido?
Muy buenos días, Henry, ¿cómo estás? Placer poder estar acá acompañándote.
Muchas gracias, doctor Christian. Bueno, quisiera preguntarle en primer lugar, pues la tarjeta que ahora se puede obtener no solamente de manera digital o virtual, sino que esa tarjeta de débito también ahora es física para poder llevarla en la billetera a donde uno viaje. ¿Qué tipo de divisas se pueden comprar a través de esta plataforma?
And you're looking at it in your hands over the mouse, and you you
got
the button ready to click.
Es una fintech colombiana que te ofrece una cuenta donde puedes acceder a euros, dólares, pesos mexicanos y pesos colombianos digitales para poderlos gastar en cualquier lado del mundo y poderlos también traer.
Estas divisas se pueden comprar, digamos, como si fuera una especie de casa de cambio virtual, algo así. Es decir, hay formas de comprar y vender a unos precios que ustedes publican ahí.
Tal cual, tú puedes obtener directamente dentro de la aplicación cualquiera de estas 4 divisas que mencioné y convertir de dólares digitales a euros digitales o a pesos mexicanos, a pesos colombianos y respectivamente. Todo internamente desde la aplicación con 2 clics.
¿Qué tal son los precios? ¿Son competitivos respecto, por ejemplo, de comprar dólares o euros en una casa de cambio promedio aquí en Colombia?
Bueno, toca recalcar que en Litio nos esforzamos por ofrecer precios altamente competitivos para la compra y venta de dólares y euros y pesos mexicanos digitales. Nos trabajamos con tarifas transparentes, sin comisiones ocultas, que eso sucede bastante, y eso permite que nuestros usuarios puedan obtener el mayor valor de su dinero. Si uno ve una casa de cambio a veces oscila entre un 5, un 8% entre la tasa de compra y venta. Entre Litio tú puedes encontrar a veces hasta un 2.6%, que es mucho más competitivo.
Muchas personas todavía tienen un poco el temor de la seguridad de estas plataformas. Litio, por ser una compañía colombiana, bueno, entiende uno, hay a quien preguntarle, a quien consultarle, a quien quejarse en caso de que haya algún inconveniente, como no pasa con otras plataformas que están radicadas fuera del país. ¿Es así?
Claro que sí, nosotros estamos constituidos en Colombia, entramos bajo la supervisión de las supersociedades. Y pues tenemos todos nuestros canales abiertos, tanto digitales, nos pueden escribir por redes sociales dentro de la aplicación. Estamos ahí pues presentes para solucionar cualquier duda de cualquier persona.
Una de las operaciones que se pueden hacer con la tarjeta de Litio es precisamente pagar compras que uno quiera hacer, por ejemplo, en Colombia o en el exterior. ¿Cómo funciona esto, teniendo en cuenta que ustedes tienen tanto tarjeta digital como tarjeta física?
Claro, nosotros cerramos una alianza con Mastercard. Eso lo que hace es que pues, cualquier persona que tenga una tarjeta Mastercard pueda utilizar sus recursos dentro de cualquiera de sus cuentas en cualquier lado del mundo, donde acepta Mastercard, que es pues, el penetración 100% del planeta. Con eso puedes ir a cualquier comercio, un restaurante, pagar con tu tarjeta física o con Apple Pay, Google Pay también. O si quieres comprar comprar digitalmente, meterla en Uber, en Mercado Libre, Amazon, puedes directamente. Y si compras en un comercio que está en dólares, si tú utilizas tu cuenta en dólares, te va a cobrar 1 a 1. Recordemos que en los bancos en Colombia, cuando tú tienes una tarjeta internacional, te cobran una TRM con tasa y aparte una tasa por transaccionar internacionalmente. Entonces eso lo que hace Litio es que pues, te ahorra toda esa cantidad de plata y lo convierte entre uno de los jugadores más competitivos para este rubro.
Cuando yo compro, doctor Cristian, por ejemplo, dólares en esta plataforma de litio, pues lo que tengo es algo que se llama dólares virtuales, que valen 1 a 1 con el dólar físico, pero al fin y al cabo son dólares virtuales. Si yo voy a otro país y llevo mi tarjeta física de litio, ¿yo podría retirar físicamente dólares u otra moneda en ese país?
Tal cual, gracias a todo el desarrollo tecnológico que se viene dando por más de 15 años, podemos ver que los dólares virtuales han logrado penetrar el planeta y así es la forma más fácil en como economías emergentes, como lo es Colombia, digamos, países también en África y en otros países, pueden acceder a este tipo de monedas digitales y tener sus mismos beneficios. Entonces, cuando tú vas a otro país, tú puedes utilizar la tarjeta, puedes pagar en cualquier lado, puedes ir a cualquier cajero y puedes retirar, o sea, si tú quieres retirar con tu cuenta en euros en Europa, vas a retirar de euros 1 a 1, igual que en dólares. Entonces es completamente global y puedes utilizarla para pues, consumir cualquier producto. O también si tú quieres guardar el valor de tu plata, puedes hacerlo en la cuenta.
Aclaremos una cosa. Si yo, por ejemplo, en la plataforma de litio compré dólares, pero voy, por ejemplo, a España donde son euros, o voy, por ejemplo, a Argentina donde son pesos argentinos, al hacer un retiro en un cajero, él me convierte, digamos, inmediatamente los dólares que tengo a la moneda local y a la tasa, digamos, del día.
Te lo pongo hasta mejor. Si tú tienes dólares digitales en tu cuenta y vas a Europa, dentro de la misma aplicación los puedes convertir a los mismos euros digitales y con eso ya te pasa 1 a 1, a 2 clics. Entonces no te toca estar cambiando, ir con efectivo, sacar en casas de cambio, encartarte. Entonces estamos facilitando todo este proceso directamente para todas las personas.
Y si voy a Argentina, por ejemplo, donde son pesos argentinos, ¿cómo sería esa conversión?
Perfecto, eso ya es la TRM del país, cuánto pasa y cuánto cambia contra el dólar, y eso pues ya directamente en la aplicación, como cuando tú utilizas una tarjeta colombiana. Entonces te cobra el 2% de International Fee, que es fee internacional, y con eso pues en los países donde aún no están las divisas digitales, toca como si fuera otra tarjeta común.
Le traslado una pregunta que me han hecho muchas personas, doctor Cristian, y es, mucha gente tiene el deseo de tener una cuenta en dólares en un banco en los Estados Unidos y preguntan, bueno, ¿cómo es esto? Cuando averiguan con los bancos, pues hay algunas formas, algunos bancos ofrecen la opción, pero dicen que es un poco costosa. ¿Litio podría, digamos, servir como canal para yo tener una cuenta en dólares en Estados Unidos con un banco allá?
Para eso nacimos nosotros en Litio. Nosotros estamos rompiendo las barreras para que personas en Colombia y muy pronto toda Latinoamérica pueda acceder a productos financieros en Estados Unidos. Nosotros ya en Litio, tú te descargas la aplicación completamente gratis, la abres en 2 minutos mientras te verificas, puedes acceder a una cuenta en Estados Unidos donde vas a recibir una cuenta bancaria, donde vas a tener a tu nombre y pues vas a tener tu número bancario, routing number.
Tu número bancario y el route, que es lo que se necesita ya, que se necesita. Sí.
Para poder recibir pagos y poder traerlos a Colombia de una forma demasiado eficiente. Entonces, es lo que al fin y al cabo nosotros como compañía hemos logrado ofrecer al integrarnos en el sistema financiero en Estados Unidos.
Yo puedo entonces transferir también dinero a través de litio a otras personas en otros países, por ejemplo, cuando hay familiares o hay remesas, o cuando otra persona está en el país y me quiere enviar a mí, ¿litio cómo me ayuda?
Por ahora, De Colombia a Estados Unidos nosotros estamos completamente integrados. Eso quiere decir que si tú tienes un primo que te quiere enviar plata o pues, una remesa, como lo dicen, te puede enviar a tu cuenta y tú puedes traer esa plata directamente y bajártela en litio. Recordemos que el litio está integrado, tiene PC, botón Bancolombia, botón Nequi, tanto para recargar y también para retirar. Tú puedes retirar a cualquier banco, a RappiPay, a Scotiabank, a cualquier banco lo puede hacer en 2 segundos desde litio. Para tú poder recibir de Estados Unidos, puedes recibir de algún familiar, tu cuenta propia o de una empresa. Por eso litio se ha vuelto una de las opciones más favorables para las personas que son freelance, personas que trabajan en el exterior y les toca traer la plata normalmente por Payoneer, por PayPal, que tiene unas comisiones de hasta el 7%. Con litio solo pagas $2.99 y puedes traer tu transacción sin ningún problema y somos los más eficientes en este momento del mercado. Entonces, para eso logramos nosotros integrarnos y poder hacer todos los desarrollos tecnológicos.
Al comienzo de esta entrevista vimos que hay 4 monedas que ya se
otro porcentaje, pero eso lo va a nombrar aquí. Pero sí,
puedes recibir de algún familiar, tu cuenta propia o de una empresa. Por eso litio se ha vuelto una de las opciones más favorables para las personas que son freelance, personas que trabajan en el exterior y les toca traer la plata normalmente por Payoneer, por PayPal, que tiene unas comisiones de hasta el 7%. Con litio solo pagas $2.99 y puedes traer tu transacción sin ningún problema y somos los más eficientes en este momento del mercado. Entonces, para eso logramos nosotros integrarnos y poder hacer todos los desarrollos tecnológicos.
Al comienzo de esta entrevista vimos que hay 4 monedas que ya se pueden tener ahí, digamos, en litio. ¿Esto próximamente podría haber nuevas divisas también para tener ahí?
Si nosotros estamos haciendo el esfuerzo según lo que nuestros clientes necesitan, entonces muy pronto se viene también, digamos, la libra esterlina digital y vienen otras divisas, pero eso es paso a paso según las necesidades de nuestros clientes. Nosotros somos una empresa de tecnología que lo que estamos haciendo es escuchándolos y desarrollando según las necesidades. Entonces, si nuestros usuarios le van a pedir el yuan digital o cualquier otro tipo de divisa, nosotros lo vamos a implementar. Entonces, por ahora se viene la libra y más adelante otras monedas seguramente.
Estuve mirando esta mañana las comisiones que cobra litio. En muchos casos, para muchas operaciones no hay comisiones y en otros casos son realmente bajas. Y también, como usted decía al comienzo, los precios a los que uno compra la divisa, por ejemplo el dólar, pues es bastante competitivo. ¿Cómo entonces gana dinero litio? ¿Ustedes de qué viven? ¿De dónde sacan ustedes su rentabilidad?
Claro, nuestro modelo de negocio es muy sencillo. Nuestro modelo de negocio se basa muy similar como una casa de cambio, donde hay una diferencia entre la tasa de compra y la tasa de venta de las divisas digitales. Entre esa diferencia, nosotros a gran escala, pues tenemos un negocio bastante rentable. Por otro lado, también cuando las personas utilizan la tarjeta Mastercard en cualquier comercio, recordemos que el usuario no se le cobra, pero al comercio, cuando recibe un pago, hay una parte que se va para Mastercard, que es el modelo de negocio de Mastercard, y el otro pedazo se va para la entidad que está sacando la tarjeta, en este caso litio. Entonces son dos principales modelos de negocios donde nos hace a nosotros poder escalar hacia la rentabilidad.
Pues muy interesante, doctor Cristian, esta plataforma que ahora se ofrece aquí en Colombia y que tiene pues todos estos servicios financieros, todas estas viabilidades, gracias a toda la tecnología, al internet, a las fintech y a todo esto que se está permitiendo, digamos, operar aquí en Colombia y seguramente en muchos otros países. Gracias por estar aquí en Signo Pesos y explicarnos de toda esta ayuda.
Muchas gracias a ti y pues recordemos que nunca ha sido tan fácil abrir una cuenta en Estados Unidos. Que estés muy bien, Henry. Mil gracias.
Gracias, doctor Cristian. Él es el cofundador de...
Mayo 11 del 24. ¿En qué año estamos?
Hace un año.
Ok.
Yo ya sabía de todo eso.
Ok.
Y hay otra mano.
No, I don't need no more.
No,
this is better.
No, hay otra mano que yo trae la plata de Australia. Así yo me quedo callado.
La otra mierda que hay por ahí.
Yo no tengo plata para estar trayendo. A mí lo que me mandan todo me lo gasto.
Ojalá, vea. Toquen. ¿No? Ahí está.
¿Sí?
Sí. Y les dije, hey, cometieron un error con mi correo electrónico, entonces no me pasa la tarjeta. Y me dieron un poco de vuelta y le dije, chao, pescado. Gracias por esa presentación. A ver. shoot. Oh my goodness. Ice. Boom. Bombo clock.